Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show. We're today on... No, it's not going to be today. It's going to be the next one if I can remember to actually work properly. The Shadow and Sun Show, where it is our announcements.
That's right, folks. Tonight we're going to tell you all of the projects we're going to be working on, all the craft materials you'll need, and the games we're going to review, as well as the Dragon of the Month. It's Halloween month, so you can guess that we're going to be doing a lot of Halloween-related crafts, as well as other activities. Right?
Yeah, it's so.
And what should we start with? The craft items or the announcements? We do have one announcement.
We'll start with the craft items. Also, I didn't understand what you said. Anyways, the first one, I believe, is... You pull it out? No.
Oh, you know what I forgot?
What?
The skeletons.
Okay, first, if you remember the skeletons that we used in our painting review.
We're going to be using some of those. Any of your large plastic army men skeletons, if you can find them, they're not that hard. I heard some dollar stores actually have them, and especially since it's being, Halloween month, you should be able to find them. If not, they're pretty cheap on Amazon and eBay.
We got 100 for $20.
Mm-hmm.
I think was
and we still have quite a few left, so we decided to make a craft involving them.
Two crafts, but they're the same video.
Right. The next item is a whole bunch of items. Let's see. Good old-fashioned popsicle sticks.
You should already have many of these. However, if you don't, get them. You can just buy... I was about to do the dumbest thing ever.
Yeah, you almost spilled them. You're also going to need some beads. Completely round. I only have the half rounds right here right now. They're not very big. You could use bigger, smaller, probably a little bit bigger.
I just actually say a little bit smaller. Actually, around that exact size.
But full round, not the half round. I have a bag of the round ones, but I'm not sure where they are. I might actually have to buy some more. You'll also be needing some other skeleton or skulls if you can find them.
I don't actually remember why.
We still have these left over from last year. They're these skull bead necklaces. I was kind of surprised they didn't have them out this year, but you'll need
No, they don't.
No, they didn't. You'll need the skulls and the bones. You'll also need some paper clay, one of our favorite products to use. Easy there, bud. You almost took out my eye again. He's always going after my eye.
The dog's always going after your nose. What's changed?
Not much. This is the brand of paper clay we always use, Creative Paper Clay. And as you can see, we're just about running out, so I'm going to need to pick up another pound of it this week. Put that in. Keep it. You always keep it in a Ziploc to keep it from drying out. And if it does dry out, you can always add some water to it, and it works out just fine.
Okay.
You're also going to need some of one of the most useful crafting items on the planet.
Another thing that if you don't have it, you need to add it to an essential.
Yes.
For anything, really.
Yeah. At 99 cents a sheet, or $1.25, depending on where you go. I recommend getting the white foam board, but any color will do because you're probably just going to peel off the paper. Ooh, that was not good.
You are the...
Another one of our favorites, XPS foam.
Well.
And with this one, we're actually going to be using a hot wire cutter. We'll show you the one we picked up when we used this craft.
Because we do not like the cutting sound. Well, he likes it.
I like the cutting sound. You guys know it, old joke. But
oh yeah, it's because he's a masochist.
But we're going to try using a hot wire cutter on this stuff. I used it on a couple of things already, styrofoam and the bubblegum machine bubble plastic, and it worked on that even on the low settings. So it's a pretty decent mini hot wire cutter. Then we will also be using, I got this bag. It's actually an assortment of skull rings. I'll pop it open just so you can see. Your skull rings, your spider rings, and something I've been looking for a very long time. Bats. We're definitely going to be using the bats. more than probably the actual skulls or spider. I might throw a spider in
Well,
there.
the skulls are good for
Just
placing them on top, either, yes, that, or placing them on top of other skulls that aren't that good.
Right.
Which we've used before.
These ones are actually pretty decent.
Yes, they are, despite being much better than the ones we used before, the ones we used on things in the past, we probably won't be using them as they do not seem to be necessary.
Yeah, these ones are nice because the fact that they're actually really cheesy and cheap. I mean, they're the thinnest plastic I've ever seen on a Halloween, ring like this. I've seen many types, but these are really, really thin, so you can really actually, cut them pretty easily and mount them on whatever you want to, skull up, I guess. I'm also going to be using leftovers from my box of skulls. I need to order another one, but there's plenty of skulls still left in here. We're also going to be using
Tealights, as we do almost every single time we do this.
preferably
This
blue or
time-
green, your choice. You could
We
use
might-
red, I suppose, or orange. But
And
I
this
don't
time
think they're
we'll most
gonna.
likely use both.
Yeah, I don't think blue, or excuse me, I don't think red or the color changing or the orangish ones.
Could work, but
Yeah, I think these will be just better, simpler, and overall the colors that you're probably going to want when you see the craft. I'm going to try and use this bag of glow-in-the-dark beads.
however, it is not guaranteed that we do end up actually.
Yeah, I'm just going to try to find some way to include these in the project just because they're kind of cool. I think I have an idea of how to use them, but if you're crafting along with us and you think of something, feel free to, drop us a line in the comment section, or if you have some idea that we didn't think of.
And now,
Let's, okay.
actually, first
Let-
that.
This, well, let me get that thing off the floor while you tell them about this.
These are also they aren't connected to battery. I thought they were.
No.
These are the fairy lights, I guess. The are the ones that have the wires that are a lot more. I guess they stay in place. They're
A
flexible.
little more flexible, yeah.
Yeah.
They come in a package like this, 10 lights at your local dollar store, Dollar Tree, or 99-cent store. We got a bunch of them before the holiday. You might have a little difficulty
Very
finding
similar
them.
to the fairy lights, as I thought that's what they were. They pretty much are.
Yeah. But, for $1 for a 10 light strand, going to come in very handy, and with Christmas coming up, I definitely recommend you just empty the shelves of those because they're going to have all the different colors, red, blue, green, maybe some more orange, and definitely the clear ones. That, I believe,
No,
is
wait.
craft wood.
The box?
This?
Yes.
Oh, I said the skull box.
Oh, you already did?
Yeah, I did.
Oh, okay.
So on to...
Oh. Yes.
We're going to try and build up another Dungeons and Lasers set. This time it'll be the Cursed Cathedral. That'll actually go with some of the other projects we're working on this month. Try to snazz it up a little. And we'll be using the half walls, just like we did with the Vault 7. And of course, we will be using the opening and closing doors. That's this one right here. We've only got 2 of them, but that's all we got with Vault 7 as well. And I think 2 will be just fine.
Yeah, that's really all you need.
Yeah, it comes
Besides,
with...
the regular doors work fine.
Yeah, are there the closed versions? I don't think, if there
I don't
are, if there are closed versions of this door that don't open, I don't think we have any. But as you can see in the picture, it has some doorways, so it should be,
Yeah, there's no.
there'll be plenty of
real issue.
arches and things like that. But that will be a review toward the end of the month.
Then on to.
The Dragon of the Month.
I am both excited and dreading this thing, as I want to paint it. However, I have a feeling that because I haven't looked at it in a while, but I think it's gonna have a very similar problem to the other skeletal dragon.
You know what, I was thinking about it, and I think I've got an idea to jazz this one up a little.
Yeah, I think
But
I know how.
this
I'm gonna
is
do
Thal
it
the
to make it-
Defiler. Yes, that's correct. Yet another skeleton dragon for this year, but fortunately, I think we've hit all the skeleton dragons on the market. So next year, you won't have to struggle with us with a Dragon of the Month. And that's kind of an interesting picture. He's got a lot more fleshy look to him.
Yeah, I haven't looked at it, and it does look like it has a lot more skin and flesh.
Yeah, so we could, you know.
Oh, yeah, it definitely does. Definitely does.
Yeah, I can see that on the,
He even has some.
like his wings, for example.
No, I'm talking about more the intestines seem to be hanging out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
You're right. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's exactly what that is.
That is exactly what that is.
Oh my goodness, that's pretty gruesome.
Yes, I love
That's some sort of intestinal tract piece that we're gonna have to put in him.
it. All right, so I am now no longer dreading this. I am now very
Okay,
excited.
that's gonna maybe nullify my snazzing up idea, but maybe not.
What idea did you have?
Oh, just to give him a lot more of the neon green.
Oh, actually, yeah, I think that actually helps it.
Yeah, it does. Well, what you did with the first one,
I'm gonna paint this completely differently though.
yes, obviously.
I mean, there's gonna be pretty
You
much.
know, as you can see in this piece right here, like the little guy was saying, there's a lot more fleshiness to him. So he's going to probably end up looking like the bone golem we did.
Yes and no, not really.
But yeah, he's definitely going to be a lot more
That does throw a wrench
bloody,
into my plans.
bloody and gory and not quite what we were thinking, but we will make it work. It's
It'll at least
very
make
interesting,
It,
and
at least it'll make it more fun to paint. That's for sure. It
And-
won't just be putting on a base coat, then putting on a wash.
and calling it a day.
Yeah, because that was not fun. That was not fun at all. It looks good, but I hate making it.
Yeah, it's just boring.
This is gonna be a lot more fun because I'm actually gonna be able to do something this time.
And it's got a nice little perch
I mean, the
for
other
him
one
to
is
stand
still
on,
good,
like Draculus and Schmorgenrog. I always like when they give him something, you know, interesting on the base. The base has got some bones. Maybe we'll throw a couple of skulls on there from the box of skulls. And, you know, I actually prefer it when they have a treasure pile underneath
Yeah,
them.
but
That's you know, that's just me. I mean, you know, it's a dragon. That's why you're going there, is to get the treasure. You know, sure, fighting the dragon's a lot of fun, but you know, what's an after party without a, you know, pile of gold? So there you have Doll the Defiler. This will be fun. I'm gonna get to work on this actually starting tonight, so we have it ready for you for Sunday. I'll assemble it and give it a coat of primer, and then let the little guy take
I
over.
think we actually might want to do it white,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
even though it's gonna have a lot of black.
Yeah, that's fine.
Most, well, all the bunch are gonna be black.
Yeah, but unless we do it, you know, in pieces.
Yeah, which we don't want to do.
We've done that before, and you know, it's just not as fun. I like to, you know, when possible, I like to have the dragon completely assembled when we paint it. We've done it before when it wasn't, and that worked out good because, you know, it was really kind of a necessity to paint the pieces separate, like we're going to have to do with Marta coming up soon, because of the 5 heads. We don't want to accidentally get any paint on the wrong head or the wrong color and that sort of thing. But that's later on this year. And on to
The announcement.
we have but one announcement for this month, as you've heard
Hopefully
earlier.
it doesn't.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. Our new friend Mad Eye Miniatures has agreed to take us on in a crafting challenge for what he calls Orktober, as opposed to October, which I thought was fitting considering the challenge he wants to do.
And
Shall we say what it is?
I say we keep that surprise.
Okay, but that will be the last craft I think we're going to do this month, to give everybody plenty of time to get all their pieces and bits together. If you guys want to craft along with us in the challenge, that's fine. I'm sure Armstrong over at Mad Eye Miniatures wouldn't mind that at all. Shall I at least tell them what we're going to work with? Just so they can prep?
Sure.
Okay. He's really famous for making things out of super glue bottles. So we'll be using a super glue bottle as the main ingredient. All the little bits and what have yous to go with it will be up to you and him, because, you know, that's how these craft challenges work. You pick a main ingredient and then, you know, add your own snazzy little details to that. So that's pretty much it for this month. It's going to be a busy month, a fun month. We hope you guys all join in with us and craft along.
And with that said, that has been the Shadow and Sun Show. And
Thanks for stopping by, folks.
Good night.
Bye, everybody.
Next episode may or may not be a two-hour show coming out.